can bring that screen up. Yep, perfect. We're perfectly set up. There we go. So we have our website up, tripsoregon.com. Make sure to check it out. And yeah, make sure to go there, check that website out. Up in the corner of the web page, let's just show you here. Boom. Let's find the web page. Real excited about this. Trips Oregon.com. Bam, there we go. I have this nice little system. I hope everything else on our audio is down. How's this? Oh. Do you have a matter with which we can help you? Oh, look at that. It engages. Perfect.
Welcome to Trips Oregon. Thanks for having the courage to take the first step.
Oh yeah. All right. I think I like it. I don't know. I hate hearing my voice. So okay. So yeah, check us out. Here's all our beautiful things. You can find our website. You can also, so right on our website. Oh, what happened? I hate when that happens. Okay, so right from our website, you can easily book a consultation. Simply click here, answer these real quick questions. Yes, give your answers. Click there, and boom. Just because it's not my phone number, simply give an email address. All right. What do you hope to achieve or explore through psilocybin services? Let us know. Talk to us about what's going on. Have you experienced psilocybin before, or would you be the first journey with us? Let us know what your experience is. Yes. You know, how was your experience? Would you like to tell us about it? Tell us about your experience. Let us know. It's all private. We aren't sending this information or collecting data or anything like that. Let's see. Just want to make sure my audio is completely good. Yeah. Yeah, audio looks in solid. Okay. Yeah. Do you need information on our empathetic pricing? If you need, to get possible different pricing, we offer empathetic pricing, and we even offer scholarships. So even if you're hurting, you don't know how you're going to do this, we can help. There are ways to help. So fill this out, let us know, and keep going. So, well, and book this right here.
We want to hear your intentions.
Yeah, that video needs fixed. That video needs fixed.
Psilocybin can be helpful. And
Oh,
if it's the right
look, you can't even see it.
set up with
All right.
Thank you, and make sure to click that link below. It's just a conversation.
Oh man, I don't like that. I don't know. All right, so right up here, this is how you get to our tiny link. So hit that socials. You can also book now. So socials right here. That'll get you to the tiny link. You can support our movement by doing a PayPal. Give us a tip. Thank you. Just support this. You can also hit for our socials. You can also go to our merch. We have merchandise. So support us with some cool trips merch. Pretty basic, but we still have it. It's available. This is a great, simple way to show support, get something for what you're doing, and help us make this facility happen. Keep our facility, keep our practice moving forward, and hopefully provide more entertaining things for Oregon. We love Oregon. We're hoping this model can work in Oregon. We think we could work it pretty well in Denver, but we'll see. All right, so there's that. Make sure to check it out on the website too. You can just hit our book now. Book a free consultation. Super easy to do. I don't know why it's taking extra long lately. You can book a consultation. You can book your paperwork sessions and everything you need there. So easy peasy. Book now. We'll give you a call. I'll be the one to personally give you a call. We'll talk about getting the journey, setting you up with the hero's journey, and getting this going. We've made our price a very simple price for everybody, so it's very affordable. So check it out. There we go. And yeah, back to uh, back to the big screen here. Let's have a talk. Right here. So what's going on right now? Um, and let's see here. I think we best way could do it this way. I want to talk about what's about to be happening. So, um, copy. All right. So, yeah. So, if you're like me, you are probably wondering why we still don't have cannabis legalized yet. As a matter of fact, um, yeah, why haven't we got cannabis legalized yet? We've had both Senate, House, and veto vote available, and that never happened. We have another president, which is making sure to fan the, you know, the election cycle for another round of, oh, I'm going to legalize it. Just vote for me now. Just vote for me now. Um, but, you know, while all this is happening, the reality is too, the Drug Enforcement Agency has had to answer up to some money they've been spending and everything like that. So there's talk about rescheduling marijuana. Now, I could go back and forth on whether rescheduling cannabis is a good thing or a bad thing. Personally, I think a complete descheduling of cannabis is what needs to happen. But rescheduling is a step forward. What's important about this, though, is that this is the Drug Enforcement Agency is hosting a public comment. So it's a notice of hearing of proposed rulemaking. And so anytime they have to make rules, they provide a process of listening to the public. Now, it's not going to be you go there and you get to say what you want and someone's going to answer you. No. But if you ask questions and you show up and you, do two things. You testify your experiences and then you answer the questions. So testify your experiences and then answer questions. Okay? So that's what needs to happen. So what you need to do is you need to go and make sure to set up to provide that. What happens with that is it becomes part of the public record. Okay, the federal public record, the drug enforcement's public record. Okay, so we've all known some of the wonderful benefits of things like cannabis and psilocybin, but this is it usually happens at HempFest and events like this, and we're all excited for each other, but we're all part of the same team. We're all preaching to the choir. We're all patting each other selves on the backs, and it's really good that we're doing that. But when it comes down to it, you know, senators and even senators on the opposite aisles of who you would think would be have really drilled into the DEA, asking if there is any potential for medical benefits, which the DEA says we have no knowledge if there is, and asking if there's no potential for medical benefits, what about potential for income benefits? It's banking. There's banking solutions. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you still don't even have banking solutions because of the status of cannabis and putting banks in a position where they could possibly be charged with criminal money laundering by doing business with cannabis companies. And so you have to, of course, they're just throwing their hands up saying, well, we have no knowledge if it does, because it's not as public record. So opening public records is very important, because we're going to be able to get this on the public record. So the DA will not be able to say no. They're going to have to say, oh yes, we had 5 days of people, testimony after testimony of people who have helped themselves with RSO, who have helped ease their appetites, made better lives towards the end, maybe even help with the big C word. Every story counts, no matter how big, no matter how small. Your story counts. It needs to be told in this manner. Now, don't go in there expecting to be angry and mad and to get some answer or to take it out on somebody. This is purely just to engage them, to tell your story, and then maybe ask the question, what is the DEA going to do about it? What are you guys going to schedule? I believe you should deschedule. Will you consider descheduling? You got to ask these questions. And anytime this happens too, you guys need to make sure that you're supporting the ones who are making those stands, especially the ones who are getting there, because it will be probably a public debate, and then there will also be submitted questions. So we're going over this. The notice of the Drug Enforcement Administration will hold a hearing with respect to the proposed rescheduling of marijuana into Schedule 3 of the Controlled Substances Act. This proposed rescheduling of marijuana, it was initially proposed in a notice of proposed rulemaking published in the Federal Register on May 21st, 2024. Okay, so look into this, right? And interested persons desiring to participate in this hearing must provide written notice of desired participation as set out below on or before September 30th. Okay, so that means we are less than a few days away here. So you gotta get this information out. You gotta I've probably chopped this up and put it into something small. You need to make sure to share it. You need to make sure to like it, comment on it, say anything. You know what? The haters can hate. We don't care. Just participate. Tell us how much you hate us. Okay, so share this information because it needs to get out. We are talking less than 10 days away. So we got a week. You got a week to get your submittals in. That's not very long since I noticed this. I noticed it a while back and I should have jumped on top of it. I thought it would have been more like November. So that's kind of a short notice. I guess the federal government takes a lot longer to work than the state government. And this is how it works at the state levels as well. So we got to get in there. You got to get your notice in there. The hearing will commence on December 2nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So don't sleep in on the West Coast. That's going to be early. And yeah, it looks like they might even try to pull something funny here. So they present the location and everything, and then say it may be moved. So the hearing will commence on December 2nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at, it says dot print page 70149 Army Navy Drive, Arlington, VA 22202. This hearing may be moved to a different place and may be continued from day to day or recessed to a later day without notice other than announcement, therefore, by the presiding officer at the hearing. So be prepared to show up, be prepared to move quickly, because this is saying that, without notice, they can move it, and the only way you're going to find out is if someone is there. So someone has to be there, and man, I mean, activists. Unfortunately, I am working on my psilocybin business. I am stuck here for the next 30 days. So when this happens, you guys have to figure out how to move around, get things going. Okay, if you need to, reach out to some of the old school guys, and just offer to help. They can help organize and move these things around. Okay, Uncle Stoner is one. Oh man, the Dab Stars. Reach out to the Dab Stars. They're good at doing fun things and doing amazing things. Oh gosh, I'm seeing faces, but I'm just drawing complete blanks right now. I'm just, oh lordy. Okay. To ensure proper handling of notifications, please reference the docket, the DEA 1362, on all correspondence. So, right there, this is what that's saying. When you document anything, make sure you reference this. That's an electronic notification, should be sent to this email. Okay? Paper notification sent via regular or express mail should be sent to the Drug Enforcement Administration at this address. Make sure to put them on the thing. Docket DEA 1362. Get your testimonies in. Let people know. It could be as simple as, my mom smoked pot their whole life and they didn't die. That simple. You gotta remember, in some of these people's minds, they're still living in the reefer madness stage. The stage that they think cannabis is so dangerous, so deadly, and it's just not. It's just not. And we need those voices. We need your voices. So, young people, Adam, reach out to Adam. God, man, why is my brain just completely completely bonkers right now on names right now. You could get with your local normal representatives and work down through that way too. Okay, look up any drug policy groups in your area. There's usually a safer group, like Safer Arizona is one. I think there was Sensible. Sensible Washington was an organization we worked with up there. But get with the different groups, look them up, do your research. If you need to, talk to me. Let's make it happen. Okay. All right. There's the background information. On May 21st of 2024, the Department of Justice published a notice of proposed rulemaking to transfer marijuana from Schedule 1 of the Controlled Substances Act to Schedule 3 of the Controlled Substances Act, consistent with the view of the Department of Health and Human Services, that marijuana has a currently accepted medical use, has a potential for abuse less than the drugs or other substances in Schedules 1 and 2, and that its abuse may lead to moderate or low physical dependence or high psychological dependence. The Controlled Substances Act requires that such actions be made through formal rulemaking on the record after opportunity for a hearing. So, on the record. It's the reason why. This is the reason this is all happening. It has to happen. I think, too, one of the things personally that needs to be said is growers, you need to come out too. You need to come out and explain how this medicine can be grown so easily. and it's so accessible, which is low cost health care. Low cost health care means reduced cost to your states, mean reduced tax funds going to this. Okay? Um, let's remember these things. Let's get this on public record. I think that's probably going to be along my lines too. Is cannabis is a great, sensible choice for creating um, a self-sustainable communities. You know, hemp. Hemp is huge, and I am not talking about the hemp that you smoke because you're too lazy to go legalize it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're too lazy to get up and go fight for your rights and legalize it. So what? What are you gonna do? Smoke hemp? You're gonna smoke shitty weed all day long and pretend like you're smoking something good? Come on, man. You bought it at a gas station. Okay, shut that down. Okay. Plus, for me, I think one of my personal feelings is when you grow your plants in love, you put love into it. It's a relationship of symbiosis. You know, it's a synchronicity relationship. It connects you, and I feel like what you put into your plants is what you get back. And if we get down to where this is just a corporate thing, corporate canvas, I get anxiety. If I don't get my canvas from a medium-sized small farm, somebody that loves it, I get like anxiety when I smoke. I've been smoking for 30 years. It don't make no sense. So, oh, okay. So, including those that might be implemented to meet the U.S. treaty obligations. If marijuana is transferred to Schedule 3, the applicable the manufacturer, distribution, dispensing, and possession of marijuana will remain subject to the applicable criminal prohibitions of the Controlled Substance Act. Any drugs containing a substance within the Controlled Substance Act would also remain subject to the applicable prohibition in the Federal Food and Drug Cosmetic Act. So, that's taking direct aim at the edible, underground and THCAs and all that stuff. The hearing is going to commence on December 2nd, 2024. The DEA says they're committed to conducting a transparent proceeding. Let's be the people, show up and actually see if they do that. So, hey, I don't have the means to make it to Virginia. Let's be honest, I'm literally being evicted. We're taking everything we have to put it into our new facility. So I don't have the means to be there. You be there. If you want me to go speak, get my plane ticket. I'll go there. I'll fight with you. This is important. So, in accordance to the purpose of the hearing is to receive factual evidence and expert opinion regarding whether marijuana should be transferred to Schedule 3 of the list of controlled substance. Now just remember, expert opinion. Expert opinion means you just have multiple years. You've been consuming cannabis for more than 6 years of your life. Okay? You are an expert. Yeah, man. You, the guy sitting on the couch right now that don't even know what I'm talking about. You're an expert in this matter. Just go submit your testimony. Okay? And then the real experts with the real good information, like the ones that be studying it, that actually does like controlled studies, placebos, all that good stuff. Something that has not been allowed to happen because of the Drug Enforcement Agency's rules. But because states have been doing this, there have been so much researchers, so many people taking risks to research these things, and that information needs to come forward. That information needs to hit the public record. As any person adversely affected or aggravated by the rule proposed, who wishes to participate in the hearing shall file a written notice of intention to participate for review by the agency. Oh, this is saying if you, you have to petition if you are just feeling aggravated that they've done this. September 30th. You gotta send it in. Ooh, stomach is wilding out. Every honest person or any adversely affected or aggrieved by the rule who wishes to participate in the hearing shall file written notice or intention to participate in the review for review by the agency. Electronic filing may be made as a PDF attachment via email. Okay. Um, so make it a PDF, get it in. You gotta send it in before this date. Uh, it must be postmarked before September 30th, and then you're good, okay? Each notice of intention to participate must conform with these rules and the form prescribed in among those requirements. So, okay. You need to state with particularity the interest of the person in the proceeding. So, if you have a financial interest, you need to state that. You have to state that. Okay? Just clarifying, man. All right? So, if you have any sort of financial interest, if you own a cannabis shop, or if you have a product like that, make sure you state that. State with particularly the objects or issues concerning which the person desires to be heard. So make sure you're aware. State briefly the position of the person regarding the objects to be the objections or issues. So then you need to make sure to state, what your objections are or any issues. For me, I personally want to object to it going to Schedule 3, and I will personally be wanting a deschedule. I believe that the DEA should completely deschedule cannabis, and furthermore, I'm going to add that they should be focusing on hard drugs and prescription drug milling, and that's far more dangerous for us as a society. So, oh, so that's what that is. All right, so you gotta do that. It's super important. So, uber duper super important though. Please make sure to go and check that out. And let's see here, pop in this. Let's see what the next one is. I forgot. Okay, yeah, this is their summaries and everything. This is going to be super long, so we're not going to read through this. I wish I had the time to, but I have so much work with, getting up these things fixed, done, reset up. We've moved all the glass, we've moved all the displays, and so we're setting all this up. I'm trying to make sure to create engagement with my local community, make our flyers, get people noticing, interested, and doing this. So this is why I wanted to just take a few moments and highlight the reasons why it's so important to get in this conversation. Let me bring myself back up. So, boo, boo, boo. or y'all are creating, what this digital age has created. You know, people don't just mindlessly watch TV so they can be advertised. They want to engage. They want to know something's happening. And, you know, we're seeing that happen. When I was homeless, you know, no one batted an eye, no one cared. You know, you're just a complete nuisance. I know there's a lot of people that feel like that still, but there's also a lot of people who go out and help the homeless. And I'm 100% for it. Like, even if you're going out and recording, don't go out and record someone's sad life, though. You know, ask them, make sure that they're okay with it, because sometimes that story needs to be told. And if you're encouraged to go out there and get freaking help people, and it gets you views and helps you earn some money, that is good. Like, I do not see anything wrong with that. Yeah, that person is helping themselves and they're helping their little channel, but you can also literally see them giving it back. You can literally see them going in. Like, there's this great guy who goes and buys food. You can see it, you know. So, and they're also encouraging others to do it. I think that when things are, you know, what is this called? It's Plato's. You know, the story of the cave. You know, when it looks like something different that's outside of and normal, people will ridicule it. They're not, you know, happy with it. That's what it is, because that's outside the normal. What is considered normal? Get up, take your shower, go to work all day, spend all day, you know, 8 hours of your day, hit lunch, get your little break in, go home, you know, be so tired from the day that you just, you know, eat dinner and fall asleep and do it all over again. 6 days a week, 50 years, 50 weeks, 6 days a week, 50 weeks, not 6, most people work 5, you know, 50 weeks a year, you know, hopefully you get that 2-week vacation. Most of us ain't getting no 2-week vacation, but add up the maybe couple of holidays you get off, there you go, there's your second week. You know, is that really normal? Is that normal? It's normal to us because we see it as normal. That's how it's been since this particular day, since the first factory, you know? But is it inherently bad? No. I mean, I live, you know, I would never have bananas where I live, or coconuts. Coconut water. We wouldn't have coconut water, right? So it's not inherently bad. It's not inherently bad that that we have a system that people do work with, you know. What is inherently bad is that we just get lost in continuously working on it and, you know, perceiving what we perceive others as, like way too much. Like way too much. Like, let's do that. Let's figure that out. Right? So if, let's see here, I want to pull up, let's see here, we're going to pull a sheet, and we'll take it over here. Okay, perfect. And then I think what I'll do is, so I can keep staring at the computer screen, we're going to size this up, and we'll drop this down. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we can't really see the chat. Yeah. Oh, this. There we go. Now we can see the chat. Okay. We can see the chat. We can see the screen. Let's get back over here. Okay. So, it's a little, like, off for timing. Like, you know, let's play with this. I got an idea. We're going to experiment something. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and we're going to do it. I pretty much came up with it like while in the session, because when I'm in this session, I am fully there for you. I am not That's not what's happening. The most I even tell my clients, the most when I'm on my phone, I'm taking notes for you. You know, I'm setting the music up. That's it. I'm not scrolling through Facebook because I also find too, your energies. If my energy is answering emails and dealing with problems, well, that energy is not is felt, and it's the same. So, we don't do phones, we don't do that. But I'm always wondering, and I have contemplated just uh, how much we waste. So, how much does how many calories does the brain use on thinking about, let's just straight up ask the question about others' perceptions. Let's just ask the question. I don't think there's going to be an answer for this, but that's the question I'm asking myself. I want to actually calculate how much energy. I want to calculate how much energy we waste worrying about what other people are thinking about us. How much of time every day goes into worrying about what someone thinks about you. How much of our time and how much of our lives are wasted in those thoughts. Now I know it's super easy for you to probably say, I don't waste no time on that. Be honest with yourself. How much time do you think goes into worrying about what others perceive you as, what others think of you as? You know? I mean, we are literally inside of a box right now, on this video, presenting ourselves in hopes that people appreciate what they see, So how much energy is going to that? How many calories do you have to consume, for this, right? And if you're consuming calories to do this, how much does that calories convert into energy? Because, I think there was a study that did it. There was calories. What was the question? It was how many calories. How many calories it took to get you the sandwich? Yeah, it was a chicken sandwich. That's what it was. It was a chicken sandwich. How many calories and how much energy it took to get the chicken sandwich? And I think a guy even took the experiment a little further and made his own chicken sandwich, and it took him 6 months to produce the chicken sandwich. And the video, it was a mediocre chicken sandwich. So let's see. Does the brain burn calories while thinking? Yes, the brain burns calories while thinking. Oh, wow. So I guess it's burning 20% of our energy just as we go. Okay, I guess I should read this, right? That's how we should do this. Your brain also uses energy to perform normal functions. Although it makes up 2% of your body weight, it burns 20% of the energy you consume. This metabolic activity is generally consistent regardless of what you're doing. So I guess constantly we're doing that. Well, I guess I just squashed I'll have to, of course, look a little deeper. You won't want to just accept the first hotline. But I guess that generally squashes it. You need to burn. A mental task. For the calories in 30 minutes of reading. This person would have to read almost 6 hours to burn. Wow. Well, look at that. We just burnt a hole. This is so funny because I have wanted to answer this so long and um, never really sat down and took the time just to kind of read about it. And the first article is obviously telling that you generally burn the same amount no matter what you're doing. Yeah, we're not trying to lose weight by thinking like this. This article might be just biased, just because yeah, it is top SEO has it on its top search. So it's sticky. There we go. That's a good question. Yeah, this is gonna be a deep question. Deep question. I guess I popped a hole in my own bubble here. All right. Well, gotta admit when you're wrong, I guess. So it's saying while thinking burns a tenth of a calorie per minute. So our brains burn about 400 calories per day, plus or minus 10%. The difference is small. Like, okay, so what's that saying? All right. Let's okay, so let's look a little bit deeper. Just surface level. Popped a hole in the bubble already. So I guess I'm completely wrong. We are not wasting a lot of energy worrying about what other people. Um, well, we're not wasting physical industry. Yeah, we are not wasting physical energy when thinking what others' perceptions of us are. Okay, so I guess generally we're burning 20% of our calories per day naturally, give or take 10%, which equates to about 400 calories per day just to exist. Okay, um, so that is yeah, not much room for it would be no, it would be really small to calculate out how much of that is in thought. But let's see. I guess this is counterintuitive though because I've seen a study on yeah. So I've seen a study that it takes about wow. I'm getting it now. Oh lordy. Okay, so the study I seen was a marketing study. I remember this, and it was all about marketing. And marketing will skew the numbers. So marketing skewed the numbers and said that for marketing, when you're getting to like a marketing message, you want to be less thought. You don't have to have anyone think very far. Otherwise, you lose them after a while because if you're burning calories to think about nothing, your brain will be like, yeah, we're not thinking about that. Let's keep moving and doing what we need to do. So, marketing had suggested that, for every page you have to click on or every extra step in the process to getting to your services, that's 45 calories, So, that just makes perfect sense because if we take, let's see, 400. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. So I imagine we need to look that up. But let's see here. Let's go with Google Scholar. Okay. Let's see. Uh, brain using energy while in thought. Oh, we got abstract. The past decade has witnessed dramatic advancements regarding the neuroendocrine control of food intake. Just so you know, during my channel, you may see me read words that you're like, you didn't say that word right. I did not grow up with people that knew words like these. Um, Pretty low income areas. I'm not saying there ain't smart people there, but when you're there, you don't realize that you don't have a lot of people around you. So, like, I read the dictionary while I was doing time, and there's a lot of words we got familiar with, but I don't know how to say them, because I have this weird accent from moving from the south to the north, so I pronunciate words differently sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And then on top of that, I just never heard anybody say certain words, so I have no clue how to say it. Like, one of my favorite, and the problem is I got stuck on it because I would, and I try to explain to people, like, no, man, you have to hear this classical music. Like, this is really moving. This is, amazing piece. Like, my friends are like, no. put on some Diddy. Yeah, that's in the news today, right? Yeah, we ain't gonna avoid that. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of channels to talk about it. But if you want to talk about it with me, then let me know. Has had a significant understanding of neural control and homeostasis to the small there. This is considered critical regional. Huh. Cannabis opens up those capillaries. I wonder what's up with that. What the tie could be on that. It's all those first order sensory neurons. Huh. Hierarchical neuronal system in response to nutritional signals. Huh? Whoa. It's got some implications, right? So, to paraphrase, they're saying that there's a particular order of nutritional signals. So, they'll break things down into like glucose, fatty acids, insulin, and they have a first order, saying that there's actual hierarchy to which neurons, which neural systems get responses from nutritional signals, which makes sense, I guess, right? Like, we eat something, if we eat something, and please, if you're like a biologist or a scientist in this, jump in, correct me where I'm wrong, okay? I'm more than happy to have these discussions. But it seems to me like, that makes sense, because if you're eating something, you gotta know what your next moves are. And so there would definitely have to be a hierarchy to, okay, well, this is resolved. What's next? What do we do next? Man, that word keeps popping up for me. A lot. I've been learning about those. That one's a big one. Decrease in food intake and an increase in energy expenditure. uh, yeah, it's yeah, that was fun, right? What did they do there? Wind's blowing that glass pretty big. Right. Hang on, I want to just take a quick break. Not like a break. You guys can stay here, but this camera's just gonna go off for just a couple seconds while I blow bubbles in my chocolate milk. I need to check my schedule real fast. Gotta go. I didn't realize it was 11. My bad. Let me mute.
And then the prompt that I put up is yes. So right now, for your bot, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Trips Oregon. Are you interested in exploring? And then if they say yes, then it will go down to asking for their name, their phone number, and their email directly. And from there, we can ask them questions,
Okay.
right?
All right. Yeah. And our
So-
goal is to try to get them on a consultation. Always. So I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do consultations with adding your. Do you have a Calendly? Do you do it through Calendly?
I do it through Zoho Bookings, so I'm completely through Zoho for my
Okay.
CRM and everything.
Definitely. So at the end, in the last dialogue here, let me show you. It will go into appearances. Your session, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so-
Make the last dialogue to book the session.
Okay. Chat. So after this, we're not asking more questions. It just goes directly to your book a session. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna mark this as red so we don't forget it.
Would
Yeah.
Yeah, the empathetic pricing, would that be something we would do right in there, or would that
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. We wouldn't. Yeah, because I think we'd want to add. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. We'll have to rewind and add the empathetic pricing in there,
Okay,
and then book
that's
a session.
Totally fine.
Yep.
No worries. We got that. So we're gonna do. Have you experienced psilocybin before, or would this be your first journey? If they say yes, then it goes into. Let's go here. Let's do this, and then you wanted to ask, how was your experience?
Yep. And how was your experience? Would you like to tell us about it?
Experience, and then would you like to tell us about?
Yeah, because that's using your guys' service properly, because then they'll give me all the information I need before the consultation, save us a whole lot of time during the consultation. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then we're gonna ask this as a text statement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, so if they say yes, it goes into number 3. How was your experience? Would you like to tell us about it? From there, we want to. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even sharing my screen. Okay, so you can't see what I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna go back to here and share this. Okay, so from there you want to ask, would you like a brief overview of our different sessions such as microdosing, macrodose, or the hero's journey to see what might suit your intentions?
Yeah, that's
And then
No, let's drop that
be-
one. Let's just drop that one. I don't think we
Okay.
really need to know that one.
Okay, so then it's like, do you need information on our empathetic pricing or scholarship services options to make our services more accessible to you?
Yep, that's a
Right.
that's a qualifying question. Yep.
Okay, so from here, we're going to share this tab. Where do we want to put that question?
Have you experienced this level before? This will be for sure with us. Tell us about the fourth question.
So, okay, the fourth question. And then they can say yes or no.
Yep. And if they say,
And you want this only to be asked, you don't want this question to be asked for if they say no, this will be my first journey. You just want to go to your schedule, right?
yeah.
If they say no, but if they say yes, how was your experience?
Oh,
and then do you
no,
need
no, no! You're
information?
right. You're right. 100%. You're right. Because we
Okay.
do want them. We do want that question to be asked.
Okay, so we're just gonna skip this to number 4.
Okay.
To we're gonna do this.
Thank you for helping me map this out. Jeez.
No, you're so good. I know this is like super confusing, so you're totally fine.
I
And
get it though.
don't
I've been
worry.
trying to figure it out for like 3 months now. So,
Yeah.
and if
No,
you
you're
see
so
my
good.
bot, it works somewhat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you need information on our empathetic pricing scholarship for service? First, let's map down the questions that we want, and then we can map it of like, oh, if they say no, it goes to this question. If they say yes, it goes to that question. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Just so it makes it easier on our end.
Good, good.
And then from there, consultation booking. Let's book a free consultation. This will be our last dialogue, right? So this is gonna go over here. So the last dialogue, instead of thanks for sharing this information with us, we're gonna do it here where it asks, let's book a free consultation to discuss your interests and your needs. And then from here we can add the link, like, hey, please click on this link, and then
Okay.
we can get started.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep. And I'm
You
gonna.
want to send over me
That's-
the link?
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Great minds think alike.
Just do it in the chat within our Google Meet.
Okay, copy.
Um,
Let's see. All right, good deal. I'll make sure I'm not sharing that one. Come on. Green. So does the link or would would the code be better?
I think the link, and then from the link, I think a card could maybe pop up.
Okay.
So let's see if that pops up first, or else we can like brainstorm if it doesn't after we're done with the chat.
Okay, so free. Yeah, so this is for the free consultations.